It's the code of the streets. So it's either you follow the code of the streets or you a civilian. It go either way. That's it.
Look, I feel like a lot of this.
Because if you a rat, you're going to be alienated no matter what.
You could have a great lawyer. At one point, the lawyer's gonna say, really want to take it to trial? You take it to trial, that's when things go really bad.
Durk cooperating, he gonna have to eat this one. Cause it's like, you can't just put all that on it and then, oh, I hate rats. I just watched that last night too. I hate rats, da, da, da. That rap shit over with. That shit you was talking about before, motherfucker can't believe it no.
DJ on the beat, so it's bang. Man, I don't know why he told.
What if I told you the rap game just flipped upside down overnight? A leaked video is spreading like wildfire, showing what appears to be Lil Baby in a shocking altercation with Lil Durk, right before rumors explode that Lil Baby himself has testified. Against his longtime friend, the internet is melting. The fans are in chaos, and no one knows who to trust anymore. For years, Lil Baby and Lil Durk were seen as a dynamic duo in modern hip-hop, a power partnership that not only gave us massive hits, but also represented the unbreakable brotherhood that can emerge in the rap industry. From their collaborative album, The Voice of the Heroes, to their onstage chemistry and endless mutual support on social media, these two rappers built a narrative that went beyond music. It was loyalty, street, legacy, and mutual respect wrapped in platinum records. That's why the sudden emergence of this new footage, and the simultaneous rumors that Lil Baby has taken the stand against Durk, hit like a thunderbolt. The footage in question appears grainy, captured from what looks like a cell phone, but what makes it earth-shattering is the belief among many viewers that the man in the video is unmistakably Lil Baby. He seems to be involved in a heated confrontation with someone whose build and tattoos resemble Lil Durk. The clip is chaotic, security rushing in, voices shouting in the background, the camera tilting, and then cutting to black. That moment alone was enough to send fans into a spiral, but what pushed things into
says they're trying to say that Lil Baby is going to get indicted. We all know how that goes in Atlanta. Those prosecutors can't get out of their own way. Another clown show if that happens. Shout out to Brad, man. We talk often in the DMs, and he's coming out to do an interview with me in LA soon, probably next week or so. But Brad is sitting back like a lot of us, just observing what's going on. He sees the Atlanta police chief tells Lil Baby,
and I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
We're gonna hold you and your associates accountable because Lil Baby filming a music video in the hood of a rival, and the music video got shot up. So Baby and them responded back by shooting and killing one of the rivals, and then the rivals responded back by shooting and killing two 13-year-olds. Atlanta PD is blaming Lil Baby for that, claiming that Lil Baby is responsible because he filmed a music video in Goodfellas territory. And then we sit back and we watch.
Full-blown hysteria was the claim, made by unnamed sources and now being discussed across fan forums, that Lil Baby has allegedly given testimony related to an ongoing investigation involving Lil Durk. There's no official confirmation of this from any legal source, but as we all know, the internet doesn't wait for court documents. It builds its own narrative. Adding fuel to the fire, social media exploded with reactions. One fan tweeted, "This better be a deep fake or a setup. There's no way Baby would fold on Durk. No way." Another said, "Man, if this is true, hip-hop is done. This is betrayal on a biblical level." TikTok creators quickly jumped on the story, breaking down every frame of the video, comparing the outline of Lil Baby's haircut, his voice pitch, his outfit, anything that could confirm or deny his presence. And the comments? A war zone of disbelief, heartbreak, and raw emotion. But how did we get here? Let's rewind. Lil Baby and Lil Durk have never just been business partners. They were friends first. Coming from similar backgrounds and navigating the pressure cooker of fame and street expectations, they often expressed admiration for each other's work ethic and loyalty. In multiple interviews, Lil Baby referred to Durk as his brother, someone who understood the weight of their shared past. Durk, in turn, publicly praised Baby's rise in the industry, calling him a real one in a game full.
Lil Baby is cooked. It's over, bruh. When I first seen the initial reports today, I made my calls. And what I was told was, expect for Lil Baby to be indicted on a RICO within 90 days. You're probably asking yourself, what exactly is Lil Baby out here doing that's going to get him indicted on a RICO charge within 90 days? Well, let's break down exactly what's going on. These are Lil Baby ops, arch nemesis of 4PF, the Goodfellas, and they are currently going through the process
Of fakes. Their album, The Voice of the Heroes, wasn't just a collection of tracks. It was a statement, a cultural moment. Songs like Hats Off and How It Feels weren't just bangers. They were stories of resilience, hustle, and staying real. Behind the scenes, they were often spotted together, whether in studios or backstage at award shows. So what could have possibly caused such a drastic fallout? According to online speculation, tensions may have started building quietly behind closed doors months ago. Some fans noted a visible distance between the two. They hadn't been seen in public together in a while. Their online interactions had slowed. There were whispers about business disagreements, label interference, and even jealousy over chart performance. But again, these are just rumors. Nothing has ever been confirmed by either artist. In fact, Lil Durk recently went on Instagram Live and cryptically said, "I ain't surprised when folks switch up. Been that way since day one. I just pray and keep pushing." While he didn't name anyone, fans quickly linked the message to Lil Baby. It didn't help that just a week prior, Baby posted a vague tweet, "It be your own people." Screenshots of both messages circulated like wildfire, with thousands of fans drawing their own conclusions. Still, many believe this entire situation is being blown out of proportion. Music insiders have come forward to suggest the video might be old, heavily edited, or taken out of context. Some even claim it's not Lil Baby,
for which he had absolutely no involvement, is unprofessional, unethical, and shameful, end quote. It continued to say Lil Baby is devastated about the situation because the teens came from his neighborhood. But a warrant paints a different picture, saying an ongoing dispute between the 4PF gang and the OMF gang eventually led to the fatal shooting of Freeman and Davis. According to documents, Lil Baby is an affiliate of 4PF, and the conflict starts in May 2024 when the rapper shot a music video in rival territory.
Baby in the video at all, but someone who looks like him. The problem is, once the narrative starts rolling online, facts often take a back seat. What makes things even more intense is the rumor about a courtroom testimony. Some reports claim that Lil Baby's alleged testimony is sealed, but was leaked by someone close to the legal proceedings. Of course, this has not been confirmed. Lil Baby's legal team has not released a statement, but the very idea of him testifying against Lil Durk has shaken the foundation of their fan base. Fans aren't just heartbroken, they're divided. Some are already turning their backs on Lil Baby, calling him a rat and accusing him of breaking the street code. Others are defending him, saying we don't know the full story. Maybe he was forced. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. Maybe he's being framed. Lil Baby, for his part, has finally broken his silence. In a recent live stream, he said, "Y'all love drama more than the truth. I ain't never said nothing in no court against nobody. That's cap. Y'all just want a reason to hate somebody you used to love." His voice was calm, but his face showed frustration. He continued, "Me and Durk, that's my dog. Been through too much together. Whatever y'all seen or think you saw, don't believe the internet. Half these stories be made up by folks who never even met us." It's hard to ignore the emotion in his voice. You could tell he was tired. Tired of fighting narratives, tired of people twisting his words, tired of the constant pressure of living in the spotlight. Whether or not his
even Google Earth will show you, is still very much the hood. And apparently, it was a hood Lil Baby wasn't supposed to be in. They began filming the music video with a whole production crew present when gunfire erupted. Atlanta police received calls just before 5 p.m. stating multiple people had been shot, and when they arrived on scene, they located a 24-year-old man shot in the arm and a 27-year-old man shot in the back. The victims were alert, conscious, and breathing. A 23-year-old man who couldn't wait for police was driven to the hospital with a gunshot to the neck. He too would survive.
Tonight at 11, police are working to try to find out who opened fire on the set of a music video reportedly featuring Atlanta's very own Lil Baby.
The shooting happened just before 5 o'clock tonight. There is a map right here on your screen of where this all took place on Verbena Street. That's in the Dixie Hills neighborhood and the northwest part.
Explanation will calm the storm is another question. Lil Durk, on the other hand, has stayed mostly silent. No public statements, no tweets, no interviews. That silence is almost as loud as the rumors themselves. Some fans believe his silence confirms the beef. Others argue he's staying quiet because he knows the truth will come out eventually. As the video continues to circulate and debates rage online, it's important to remember the power that rumors hold in the digital age. One clip clip, one tweet. One misinterpreted post can unravel years of friendship and reputation, and once the narrative is out there, it's almost impossible to pull back. Even hip-hop veterans are weighing in. A popular producer close to both rappers recently tweeted, "Man, seen real fallouts and I seen internet drama. Don't be so quick to judge what you don't understand. People grow, people argue, but folks love to exaggerate." In a world where everything is recorded, shared, and analyzed in real time, the line between reality and perception is blurrier than ever. This Lil Baby Lil Durk situation is a prime example of how quickly things can spiral. What started as a blurry clip became a nationwide debate about loyalty, betrayal, and the fragility of brotherhood. Still, the fact remains, their bond was once unshakable. Whether this is the end of that era or just a rough chapter, only time will tell. Perhaps this storm will pass and we'll see them together again, performing on stage like nothing ever.
Don't think that that phone is not tapped.
Yeah.
If the feds want you, they got ways to get you, bro.
Right, and they got something called, I think, stingrays that basically monitor the packets, like the data that goes out from the jail. So all the text messages you send, they're grabbing all that.
Yeah.
And they could reconstruct it and put it back into your cell and say, oh, look, he texted this, this, and this.
Niggas being gangs, chatting, being group chats, this, that. Nah, bro. The feds gonna use all that information.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's actually...
That's the FBI's, you would agree they're the biggest gang in the world.
100%. 100%.
The police is the second biggest gang.
Yeah. No, I mean, and in fact, my man Taxstone, I remember I talked to his lawyer after he was found guilty. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he spoke to some of the jury members. And, you know, the jury basically told him, Troy Ave taking the stand.
Happened. Or maybe the damage is done and the rap world has just lost one of its strongest alliances. Either way, this story isn't over. The footage is still trending. New rumors pop up every hour, and fans across the globe are holding their breath, waiting for the next twist. Before you go, if you want to stay updated on this developing situation and all the latest drama, news, and real talk from the world of hip-hop, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out. We bring you the hot, real stories, the raw truth, and the unfiltered heat. See you in the next video. Shoot an intro 50 words. The internet is in a frenzy as new footage of Lil Baby allegedly attacking Lil Durk goes viral. Tensions between the two rappers have been simmering for months, and now fans are scrambling to piece together what really happened. Was it a real fight or just another twist in their ongoing drama? Let's dive into the chaos. The digital world exploded this week when a video surfaced that appeared to show Lil Baby physically confronting Lil Durk. The clip quickly went viral with millions of views across social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. Fans, journalists, and even fellow artists were left stunned, trying to make sense of the footage. What started as a routine day on the internet turned into a full-blown controversy within hours. But here's the thing. Before we jump to conclusions, it's important to take a step back and look at the bigger picture.
Saying that Lil Baby told them.
And that's the important thing. And it's not Lil Baby's people saying it. It's the rival group.
Oh.
So the same people who allegedly went and did this shooting are the same people that are allegedly caught on wiretap talking about Lil Baby said this and that. To me, it sounds like hearsay. Unless they plan on testifying against him, whatever. But I think it's another reach, and it's going to end with Atlanta, the judicial system of Atlanta,
Isn't the first time these two artists have found themselves at the center of a storm. Their relationship has always been complex, part friendship, part rivalry, and the recent developments only add more fuel to the fire. Let's start by breaking down the context. Lil Baby and Lil Durk have had a long-standing connection in the hip-hop world. They've collaborated on tracks, performed together, and shared moments of mutual respect on stage. But over the past few months, things have taken a turn. Rumors of tension began circulating after some cryptic comments from both artists, and now this new footage has thrown everything into question. So what do we actually know about this alleged incident? From what can be seen in the video, Lil Baby is shown approaching Lil Durk in what appears to be a private setting. The two exchange words, and then, without warning, it turns physical. Lil Baby grabs Lil Durk by the collar, and the confrontation escalates quickly. The video cuts off before we see the full outcome, but the damage was already done. Within minutes, the clip had gone global. Lil Baby, whose real name is Dominique Jones, has built a career on authenticity and street credibility. He's known for his bold personality and no-nonsense attitude. On the other hand, Lil Durk, born Durkoye Dixon, is one of the most respected voices in modern rap, with a massive following and a string of hits under his belt. Both artists come from similar backgrounds and have often spoken about the challenges they've faced growing up in Chicago. Their paths crossed early in their careers.
Targeted after Lil Baby's video shoot was shot up. On May 18, 2024, 4 days after the music video shooting, Atlanta police responded to the projects at 2 a.m., finding 21-year-old Nasia Cox shot dead. She'd been killed in the passenger seat of a vehicle while her child sat in the back seat. Investigators believe 4PF acted in revenge, targeting OMF in one of their projects, and the female was just a casualty of war. The following month, 31-year-old OMF member Trevante Turner was found at 3 a.m. shot to death in an apartment. His cousin Keontae Sanders, who was known within OMF as Midnight, was incarcerated at Hancock State Prison at the time. Investigators would learn he was coordinating revenge against 4PF members through phone calls and social media. Investigators recovered extensive conversations with multiple.
2018, Lil Baby released Freestyle, which featured Lil Durk. That collaboration helped solidify their bond, and they continued to work together on various projects. They've also supported each other publicly, whether it was through social media posts or onstage performances. But recently, something has shifted. In late 2023, Lil Baby took to Twitter to address a fan comment that referenced Lil Durk in a less than flattering way. His response was sharp, and it raised eyebrows among fans who noticed the tone. Around the same time, Lil Durk made a post that seemed to allude to a conflict without naming names. These subtle hints created a ripple effect, leading many to speculate about what might be going on behind the scenes. Now, with this new footage, those speculations have turned into full-blown theories. Some believe it's a staged event meant to generate buzz for an upcoming project or tour. Others think it's a genuine altercation rooted in a deeper issue, and then there are those who insist it's nothing more than a misunderstanding, blown out of proportion. It's important to remember that not everything you see online is true. Viral videos can be misleading, especially when they're cut short or taken out of context. Before we assume the worst, we should consider the possibility that this was a miscommunication or a moment of frustration rather than a calculated attack. Lil Baby himself hasn't made any official statements yet, but in a recent interview with XXL, he touched on the importance of staying focused during times of uncertainty.
A lot of deaths being committed by 4PF members, and they're saying even if we can't get Lil Baby as somebody who actually committed something, okay, for example, in the Trevante murder police report, Lil Baby's name, Dominic Jones, is listed as the gang leader of 4PF. So they're saying that all these murders is being done on behalf of Baby. So yes, this right here don't really prove nothing, but if they have 4PF listed under murders committed in furtherance of the gang, and they're saying that Baby is the head of that, then, they got him.
That's a problem.
Are they going for another state, Rico, or this isn't federal, correct?
It's state, yeah.
Yeah, but, man, they better not fuck this one up, too.
Exactly.
They already
fucked up
not.
Trump and Thug.
For that reason, they probably not.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly. If they're going to do it, they're probably going to.
Yeah.
There's no way they're trying to take a third L in a row.
I think that they probably shouldn't even try to do it.
Nah, you got to, bro.
Free them niggas.
I think
2 13-year-olds lost their life, man. You got to, bro.
Free Lil Baby, man. We need Lil Baby on the streets.
Right, because
RP to the youngins for sure, and free Lil Baby for sure.
It's something evil about this multi-million.
When asked about the rumors surrounding him and Lil Durk, he said, "I don't need to explain myself to anyone. I'm doing my job and I leave the rest to God." That statement speaks volumes. It shows that Lil Baby is choosing not to engage in the drama, at least for now. Whether that means he's avoiding the conversation out of principle or because he doesn't want to escalate things further remains to be seen. Lil Durk, meanwhile, has remained relatively quiet. His team has not issued any public comments, and his social media accounts have stayed largely inactive since the video surfaced. This silence has led to even more speculation, with fans wondering if he's hurt, angry, or simply choosing to let the situation play out. One thing is clear, the stakes have never been higher. Both Lil Baby and Lil Durk are at the peak of their careers. They've built empires around their music and personal brands, and any controversy involving them can have far-reaching consequences. From sponsorships to album sales, from public perception to legal implications, every move matters. And yet, the public reaction has been overwhelming. Social media is flooded with opinions, memes, and conspiracy theories. Some fans are rallying behind Lil Baby, calling him a bad BH for standing up for himself. Others are defending Lil Durk, arguing that he's being unfairly targeted. Meanwhile, neutral observers are urging everyone to wait for more information before passing judgment. This kind of reaction is not uncommon in the world of celebrity culture.
And they're going to include you as a gang leader and say that you are the catalyst for a gang war that had nothing to do with you. This, these people cold, man.
All right. So the music video, is that something that you've seen?
It is.
Where'd you see it?
I believe it was on the YouTube account belonging to Mr. Smith.
All right, and permission to publish a brief clip of that video, Your Honor?
Granted.
All right.
You're gonna play a
Now,
video.
Investigator Vivarito, if you'll look at the, there we go, at the monitor in front of you. Is this the music video that you were referring to?
I'd have to see the title of it.
This beat go crazy. J Shot Who Want Problems music video?
Yes, that's the one I'm referring to.
All right. And there are certain shots of this video that are at the 1043 Spark.
Live in an age where news spreads faster than ever, and people are quick to form opinions based on incomplete information. But as fans, it's our responsibility to stay informed and avoid spreading misinformation. Jumping to conclusions can lead to real-world consequences, including harassment, threats, and even violence. Exclusive message shared with close friends and later leaked online. Lil Baby offered some insight into how he handles situations like this. You can't control what people say about you, but you can control how you respond. I choose peace. I choose love. I choose to keep moving forward. His words reflect a maturity that many in the industry lack. It's easy to get caught up in the drama, especially when your name is being dragged through the mud online. But Lil Baby seems to understand that his actions speak louder than words. Looking at the broader picture, the relationship between Lil Baby and Lil Durk has always been a mix of admiration and competition. They've pushed each other to grow as artists, and their collaborations have brought fresh energy to the rap game. But as their success has grown, so too have the pressures that come with it. Both artists have spoken about the challenges of maintaining their identities while navigating the demands of fame. Lil Baby once said in an interview with Complex, at the end of the day, I'm still me. No matter how big I get, I carry the same values. I come from the bottom, and I'll never forget that. Lil Durk has echoed similar sentiments.
But the fact that they went out of their way to put 4PF there, went out of their way to identify Lil Baby as the gang leader says something. Now, I knew that 4PF was going to get a RICO for about 2 years now, and I knew this the second I seen what happened with 4PF Nate. Now, if you guys don't know, 4PF Nate, an associate of Lil Baby's, now he got sentenced to 40 years in jail for murder. But I knew that something was up at trial of 4PF Nate. 4PF Nate on your left, Keontae Davis on your right. Them two are being accused of murdering a man who goes by the name of Jaquavius Wilson. 4PF Nate was the shooter. Keontae Davis was present. So when Keontae Davis got caught, the police actually made Keontae Davis bite the cheese, all right? Keontae Davis is in paperwork identifying.
In a 2022 interview with Rolling Stone, he reflected on his journey. Success changes things, but it doesn't change who you are. You have to stay grounded and stay true to yourself. These words are especially relevant now, as both artists face a defining moment in their careers. How they handle the situation could shape the rest of their legacies. For now, the focus should be on waiting for more information. Investigations are underway, and authorities are looking into the details of the incident. Until then, it's best to refrain from making assumptions or taking sides. As for the fans, it's important to remember that the internet is a powerful tool, but it can also be dangerous if used irresponsibly. Sharing unverified content can cause harm, not just to the individuals involved, but to the entire community. So before you hit share, ask yourself, is this accurate? Is this necessary? Could this cause someone pain? In a world where everything happens in real time, patience is a rare but valuable trait. The truth will come out eventually, and when it does, we can all learn from it. Until then, let's stay informed, stay respectful, and stay united if you want to stay ahead of every twist, every update, and every truth behind this viral madness. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. I'll be breaking down the latest footage, sharing exclusive insights, and keeping you updated on Lil Baby's next steps, Lil Durk's response, and the deeper story that's only just beginning to unfold.
Cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been.
And I did talk to several people who live in this community who say they were relieved to hear that there were arrests made in this case because they say this tragedy really hit this community hard. Many of them also said that they were not surprised that gang violence was involved. Live in phone call that there would be revenge for that homicide and he will go to war with the leader of 4PF, which is Lil Baby, per that phone call. Unfortunately, in July, Freeman and Davis became innocent victims. Gang investigators found they were not intended targets, but rather collateral damage. Most recently, police announced they already made 7 arrests for the teen's murder, but say they're not done. They didn't call Lil Baby by name on Wednesday, but did say this, which matches with what the warrant reads. Where he and associates were then shot at. After that incident, police say the back-to-back retaliatory shootings and homicides began. The warrant gives an in-depth timeline of multiple incidents that happened from May 2024 to when the teens were killed. It even says a high-ranking member of OMF was calling shots from state prison to retaliate against 4PF after an OMF member was killed on Peyton Place in June. According to documents, that imprisoned high-ranking member said for which he had absolutely no involvement is unprofessional, unethical, and shameful, end quote. It continued to say Lil Baby is devastated about the situation because the teens came from his neighborhood. But a warrant paints a different picture, saying an ongoing dispute between the 4PF gang and the OMF gang eventually led to the fatal shooting of Freeman and Davis. According to documents, Lil Baby is an affiliate of 4PF, and the conflict starts in May 2024 when the rapper shot a music video in rival terror.
13-year-olds and a $50,000 reward is being offered for more information. So far, 7 people have already been arrested.
The overall theme of this case is grown men playing gangster that left 2 of our children in graves and a community in fear. And cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew